Hello students, I am Varsha Wag from Nasik. Today we will learn the topic periodic classification of elements and the subtopic is modern periodic table. Various scientists tried to create the periodic table and Mendeleev's periodic table was the important step in the field of classification of elements. The scientists did not know anything about the interior of the atom when Mendeleev put forth the periodic table. After the discovery of electron, scientists started exploring the relation between the electron number of an atom and the atomic number. The atomic number in Mendeleev's periodic table only indicated the serial number of the element. In 1913 AD, the English scientist Henry Moseley did the experiments using X-ray tube and he demonstrated that the atomic number of an element corresponds to the positive charge on the nucleus or the number of the protons in the nucleus of the atom of that element. This revealed that atomic number is a more fundamental property of an element than its atomic mass. Accordingly, modern periodic law was stated, and it states that properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic numbers. This is modern periodic table. The classification of elements resulting from an arrangement of the elements in an increasing order of their atomic numbers is the modern periodic table. The modern periodic table is also called the long form of the periodic table. In the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in accordance with their atomic number. As a result, most of the drawbacks of Mendeleev's periodic table appear to be removed. However, the ambiguity about the position of hydrogen is not removed even in the modern periodic table. Let us study the structure of the modern periodic table. The modern periodic table contains 7 horizontal rows called the periods 1 to 7. Similarly, the 18 vertical columns in this table are the groups 1 to 18. The arrangement of the periods and groups results into formation of boxes. Atomic numbers are serially indicated in the upper part of these boxes. Each box corresponds to the place for one element. Apart from these 7 rows, 2 rows are shown separately at the bottom of the periodic table. These are called lanthanide series and actinide series respectively. There are 118 boxes in the periodic table including the 2 series. It means that there are 118 places for elements in the modern periodic table. Very recently, formation of a few elements was established experimentally and thereby the modern periodic table is now completely filled. All the 118 elements are now discovered. This image shows the zigzag line which divides the periodic table into 3 main groups. The 3 traditional types of elements can be clearly shown in the modern periodic table with the help of this zigzag line. The metalloid elements lie along the border of the zigzag line. All the metals lie on the left side of the zigzag line while all the non-metals lie on the right side. This image shows how is the entire periodic table divided into 4 blocks with S block, P block, D block and F block. There are 18 groups in the modern periodic table. Elements of group 1 are alkali metals. Elements of group 2 are alkaline earth metals. Elements of group 3 to 12 are transition elements. Elements of 13 to 16 are post-transition elements. Elements of group 17 are called halogens and elements of group 18 are called noble gases or inert gases. Group number signifies the number of valence electrons of an element. Valence electrons are the electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom. For example, Group 1 element sodium. Its atomic number is 11. So its electronic configuration is 281. That means it has one valence electron. Group 2 element magnesium. Its atomic number is 12. So electronic configuration is 282. That means it has two valence electrons and so on. Transition elements also have two valence electrons. While going from top to bottom within any group, valence electrons of elements remain same, but one electronic shell gets added at a time. You can see each element of group 1 has one valence electron, but the number of shells goes on increasing at each step. There are 7 periods in the modern periodic table. Elements are arranged in increasing order of atomic numbers. Period numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, etc., signifies number of electron shells of an element. That means elements of period 1 have 1 shell. Elements of period 2 have 2 shells. Elements of period 3 have 3 shells, and so on. Moving from left to right in a period, number of electron shells remains same, whereas valence electrons increases by 1. Period 1 is the shortest period and period 6 is the longest period, having 32 elements. The modern periodic table, which is an arrangement of elements in increasing order of their atomic numbers, is based on the modern periodic law, which states that properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. Periodicity in properties of elements means occurrence of characteristic properties of elements at definite intervals in the modern periodic table when elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic numbers. The properties which appear at regular intervals in the periodic table are called periodic properties, and this phenomenon is called periodicity in properties of elements. The size of an atom is indicated by its radius. Atomic radius is the distance between the nucleus of the atom and its outermost shell. Atomic radius goes on decreasing while going from left to right within a period. The reason behind this is as follows. While going from left to right within a period, the atomic number increases one by one, meaning the positive charge on the nucleus increases by 1 unit at a time. However, the additional electron gets added to the same outermost shell. Due to the increased nuclear charge, the electrons are pulled towards the nucleus to a greater extent, and thereby the size of the atom decreases. While going down a group, the atomic size goes on increasing. This is because while going down a group, a new shell is added. Therefore, the distance between the outermost electron and the nucleus goes on increasing. As a result of this, the atomic size increases in spite of the increased nuclear charge. Ionization potential or ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove a loosely bound electron from the outermost shell of an isolated gaseous atom. Factors which affect the ionization potential are atomic size and nuclear charge. While moving across a period from left to right, ionization potential increases. While coming down a group, ionization potential decreases. Electron affinity is the amount of energy released when an atom in the gaseous state accepts an electron to form an anion. Factors which affect the electron affinity are atomic size and nuclear charge. While moving across a period from left to right, electron affinity increases. While going down a group, electron affinity decreases. The zigzag line separates the metals from non-metals in the periodic table. Elements appear to have arranged in such a way that metals are on the left side of this line, non-metals on the right side, and metalloids are along the border of this line. It is seen from the chemical formulae of simple ionic compounds that the cation in them is formed from a metal while the anion from a non-metal. Metal atoms have a tendency to form a cation by losing its valence electron. This property is called electropositivity of an element. On the other hand, an atom of a nonmetal has a tendency to form an anion by accepting electrons from outside into its valence shell. All the electrons in any atom are held by the attractive force exerted on them by the positively charged nucleus. Electrons in the inner shells lie in between the valence shell and the nucleus. Because of their presence, the effective nuclear charge exerting an attractive force on the valence electrons is somewhat less than the actual nuclear charge. Thus, the number of valence electrons in metals is small. Also, the effective nuclear charge exerting attractive force on the valence electrons is small. As a combined effect of these two factors, metals have a tendency to lose the valence electrons to form cations having a stable noble gas configuration. This tendency of an element called electropositivity is the metallic character of that element. While going down a group, a new shell gets added, resulting in an increase in the distance between the nucleus and the valence electrons. This results in lowering the effective nuclear charge and thereby lowering the attractive force on the valence electrons. As a result of this, the tendency of the atom to lose electrons increases. Also, the penultimate shell becomes the outermost shell on losing valence electrons. The penultimate shell is a complete octet. Therefore, the resulting cation has a spatial stability. Due to this, the tendency of the atom to lose electrons increases further. The metallic character of an atom is its tendency to lose electrons. Therefore, the following trend is observed. The metallic character of elements increases while going down the group. While going from left to right within a period, the outermost shell remains the same. However, the positive charge on the nucleus goes on increasing while the atomic radius goes on decreasing, and thus the effective nuclear charge goes on increasing. As a result of this, the tendency of atom to lose valence electrons decreases within a period from left to right. The two factors, namely the increasing nuclear charge and decreasing atomic radius as we go from left to right within a period, are responsible for increasing the effective nuclear charge. Therefore, the valence electrons are held with greater and greater attractive force. This is called electronegativity of an atom. Due to increasing electronegativity from left to right within a period, the ability of an atom to become anion by accepting outside electrons goes on increasing. The tendency of an element to form anion or the electronegativity is the non-metallic character of an element. In terms of electron losing property, an atom is said to be a metal if it loses one or more electrons when supplied with energy. In terms of electron gaining property, an atom is said to be a non-metal if it gains one or more electrons when supplied with energy. Metallic atoms are present on the left side of the periodic table. They have large atomic radii and low ionization potential value, and have tendency to lose electrons. Non-metallic atoms are present on the right side of the periodic table. They have small atomic radii and high ionization potential value and have tendency to gain electrons. Metals are good reducing agents while non-metals are good oxidizing agents. Greater the tendency to lose electron or electrons, the greater is the reactivity of the metal. In case of non-metals, the greater the tendency to gain electrons, the greater is the reactivity of the same. While moving across a period from left to right, metallic character decreases and non-metallic character increases. While going down a group, metallic character increases and non-metallic character decreases. Merits of modern periodic table. It is based on atomic number. Position of elements are related to electronic configuration. Periodic property shows gradual variation at regular intervals. It is easier to remember, understand and reproduce. Demerits of modern periodic table. Position of hydrogen is not satisfactory. It fails to accommodate inner transition elements. Few elements are not arranged according to electronic configuration. Here is the end of the video. I hope the video is clear to you. If you like this video, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. If you have any doubt, let us know in comment section and do suggest topics which you want me to explain. Thank you.